All right, welcome back here to the Hill on NewsNation. So the 911 call that led to Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin's emergency hospitalization on New Year's Day, now public. The tapes suggest that the secretary wanted a muted initial response.
Can I ask, like, can the ambulance not show up with lights and sirens? We're trying to remain a little subtle.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, usually when they turn into a residential neighborhood, they'll turn them off, but they're required by law to run with them with the main street.
Now, a similar situation today across the pond, but with a very different response. Kensington Palace announced that the Princess of Wales, Kate Middleton, is in the hospital after undergoing a planned abdominal surgery. And then hours later, Buckingham Palace released a statement on King Charles III. Like Secretary Austin, King Charles will undergo surgery next week for his prostate. The king's condition is benign, but public engagements for a will be postponed for a short period of time. This was two totally different ways to go about it. You had Lloyd Austin.
What's going on in that head of yours to link these two stories?
I mean, two different ways to go about it. Lloyd Austin kept the president out of the dark. You were fired up about this.
I'm so fired up. It's the whole Kate Middleton thing. I love the way you think. Don't get me wrong.
I mean, look, it's kind of I mean, first off, as we sit here, both men are expected to be okay. Thank goodness. But I mean, the way that they went about it at Kensington Palace and the way that they went about it over at the Defense Department.
I wonder if they learned something after Austin has faced so much pressure.
You're shaking your head at me or at someone else?
I believed once that I could go the rest of my life and never hear anything else about the reproductive organs of Charles. We were subjected to quite a lot of it during his marriage to Princess Diana and in the subsequent period of time, and I thought, well, at least I'm through with that. The man is old, and we won't have to hear about any of the royal prostate ever again. And here you are, Blake Berman. You're subjecting me to this.
So you're shaking your head at me is what you're saying.
Well, I'm shaking my head at the royal prostate. I'm bothered. I'm troubled. This is why we had a revolution, so that I didn't have to know about the internal organs of the nether regions of the royals.
Can I stick up for Biden on this just for one
second? Stick up for Biden.
Yeah, I mean, this was Austin's
What's going on with his prostate?
No.
No.
This was Austin's issue.
Yeah.
It was not the president's, whether he's sticking beside him or not. I mean, the three of us all know White House policies. Sorry, did you work in the White House?
No, no, I'm
but I mean, this doesn't happen in an administration. Austin obviously made a huge mistake.
I agree.
So he'll be out. He's
you
going.
think so?
Oh, he's done.
So then why hasn't it happened?
I don't know, Chris.
That's what
you can't do it while he's in.
What do you mean?
Well, and look,
well, he's out, right?
After Afghanistan, there were a lot of requests for a head to roll, like from the administration. Somebody needs to take the fall, and nobody was pushed out. I also worry that at this point, with all of the conflicts going on, Biden's not going to necessarily want to be in a position where he doesn't have a fully staffed Department of Defense that all trusts one another.
Well, it's obviously clear that Lloyd Austin is not that essential. If he could be off the job, he could be off the job for a week. He's done, and that audio of them like, hey, if you wouldn't mind,
subtle.
if you could just be cool about bringing the ambulance.
Well, that doesn't bother me because why would you want? I mean, everyone in the town, in the neighborhood, probably knows it's the Defense Secretary, and
yes,
I know, but that doesn't really bother me. But can I just say one thing? Rumsfeld was in the Oval Office every day when we were last time we were at war, and I mean, I'm not saying we're at war right now, but I mean, the security around this world is.
Yeah, it needs.
And Donald Rumsfeld was not. And Donald Rumsfeld was not afraid of the press. Donald Rumsfeld was ready to go out and deal with them and do all that stuff.
So hold on, I want to get to Mick in a second. Here, though, Seth Moulton, Democratic congressman, Iraq War veteran, on the show the other day. Watch.
It's up to the president as to whether he fires Secretary Austin, but I tell you what, he needs to send a decisive message that this is never going to happen again. If I were the president of the United States, I would fire him in about 5 minutes.
Okay, so he says he would do it in about 5 minutes. You say, as a former chief of staff, you have to wait. Explain yourself there. What's the thing?
Well, what I said last week was he's going to be gone.
You did say that.
If they're running a properly run White House, he needs to be gone. If you're going to pick a time because he's still in the hospital today, or maybe you want to do it on a Friday, you want to do it on a Friday afternoon, you want to do it when there's another news day so you can bury it someplace. There's some strategy involved there, but the decision should have already been made. He's gone. It's just a question of how.
There was a time at the White House during the Trump administration where us as reporters, Friday afternoon, it was like, okay, when's it coming? Like, refresh the Twitter thing.
It wasn't just you.
Thank you for watching, and make sure you go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.